morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead. We have a little sound interference. I am seasoning one of our Dutch ovens because we are using them. My gosh, we're using them every single day. We're working really hard on our new book that will be coming out soon in the next few weeks or so, and it is all about Dutch oven cooking. We are learning so much about Dutch oven cooking. There's a lot to know if you are going to be doing Dutch oven cooking every day instead of just once in a while when you go to the park or when you go camping. That kind of Dutch oven cooking has become to us very different than when we are using Dutch oven cooking every day as if we were in an off-grid situation which required us to do that if we're going to eat. And so it has been a wonderful experience for us. Every once in a while I'm going to share one of our recipes with you. This is a test recipe today on Dutch oven potatoes. And it is a very plain recipe. It is not guaranteed to go into the cookbook because this is a practice. I try out 2 or 3 things and then we taste test them and see how they're going to work on the Dutch oven. We do recommend, if you have not started to acquire your off-grid cooking equipment, we highly recommend cast iron Dutch ovens in a variety of sizes. So that's what we recommend, is that you start with something basic and then work up and work down in size as you require them. And that way you're not overbuying. And that's what we always try to avoid. But there is a lot to learn about Dutch oven cooking when you are doing it every single day. And we're going to be sharing those things in a separate video. But Jim has an exciting hack to show you today when we get started here. I'm going to be doing the potatoes right here, and I'm just going to be slicing them. These are russet potatoes, small to medium, and it's what you get when you buy a 5-pound bag. They come in all different sizes, so I'm using the smaller ones because it will work with our recipe today. I have scrubbed these and washed them, and they are now dry because I'm going to leave the peelings on, and so I was extra careful in the scrubbing. I'm just going to be doing these on my mandolin, and it is set at 1/4 inch, and I learned from you all that I needed to wear these gloves while doing it that will prevent me from getting cut. I didn't ever used to use gloves, and I got scolded and realized that, you know what, you're right. So there we are. So I'm going to be putting these right here in this bowl of water. It's salted water, and it will be keeping the potatoes from turning brown until we get ready to put them in the Dutch oven. Now the other ingredients that we are going to be using are right here. This is it was a smallish onion. It's about 1 cup of diced onion. This is 4 pieces of bacon that I've cut in half for easy cooking. And this recipe is intended to serve 4. So I'm going to continue getting the potatoes ready. And then we will be meeting with Jim out as he starts the charcoal because he has a fantastic hack to show you. So we'll see you out there very soon.
So we're out here in the backyard. And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our charcoal in. We're going to go ahead and put 25 in, but there are a couple of things we have to look at. First, we need to be able to find some place that's level. And our backyard kind of slopes a little bit. So we were able to go ahead and find some place in the backyard. And if we look at the level, we're right there where the bubble is, right in the center, which is really great. So what we're doing is we end up using our used paper towels for the ignition. And the directions say just 1 piece of paper, and in reality we found that 1 piece of paper doesn't work. But the other thing is you can't just put a piece of paper in flat. So what you've got to do is crumble it up. So what I normally do is I crumble up 5 or 6 pieces of paper, put them in underneath the grid, and then I light it after I put the charcoal in. So the next thing is looking at the idea of the charcoal. And we wanted 25 pieces of charcoal because we're looking at what, a 10-inch Dutch oven. 17 and a half, 19 and a half, 21 and a half, and then 25. So what we want to do is make sure, if possible, kind of evenly structure it so it's going to burn at a good rate. You have to do, and this information came to us from a friend of ours who does Dutch oven cooking quite a bit. And we were talking about the idea of normally when you end up doing a Dutch oven, the time that it takes to go ahead and heat up, preheat, takes some time, and 15 minutes or something like that. And that means you have to go ahead and go back and get another round of charcoal. So what he suggested was, and it's a really interesting idea, what he suggested was go ahead and light your, so there it goes. And one of the things that you need to do is when you put your Dutch oven, and this is a 10-inch Dutch oven on top of the chimney, got to make sure it's level, and it takes about 20 minutes for the charcoal to get ready. The other thing is you've got the lid on, and it's going to preheat the oven. That way you don't have to waste another charcoal batch once you start the actual process for heating up whatever it is on your bin or on your oven.
I think this is so clever because otherwise the heat coming up from the chimney would be totally wasted.
It's wasted, yeah, that's what. And one of the things I'll have to do in a little while, 10 minutes, check it, but I'll have to go ahead and pull the Dutch oven up a little bit to see how the charcoals are doing and put it back on and that kind of thing.
We just got in, and so Jim is going to put the charcoal down. What did we decide? 10 on the bottom and
10
15
on the, yeah,
on the top?
15 and a half.
That's right.
So that gives us, what, 5, 9. If I can find the half, I'll put that on there too.
Can you quickly move the thing over so that we can, I want to get a temperature of that preheat if we can, after you've dumped all the charcoal on. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me get the probe in. My gosh.
Is that all?
It's 187, 92, 98. Okay, so it's preheated up to over 200 degrees. So that's great. That's a good jump start. So now I'm going to get the bacon in. How nice this is, Jim, to just be able to start cooking immediately.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Lots of energy savings and
It
time.
is. Yep, for sure.
And that means we probably won't have to go to a second round.
I don't think we will.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cook the bacon, and when that gets done, I'll come back and we'll add the potatoes. So see you soon. Bacon looks good. Here it is. So now what we're going to do is just throw the potatoes in here. A little salt, a little pepper, a few of the onions, rest of the potatoes, Rest of the onions. Pepper. Salt. And then just stir the whole thing together. Mix it up. So everything gets coated with a little bit of that bacon grease. And then quickly get the lid back on. And now we're just going to leave it alone until it gets done. Hopefully we'll have enough charcoal to get it all the way done. Now, what happens in Dutch oven cooking, we're sort of in the last half of the charcoal now. And I'm not monitoring the temperature anymore, but I know by experience that the temperature is going to slowly drop. If we were in on the kitchen stove, I could keep the temperature up. But since it's now going to slowly go down as the charcoal start burning out, that means that this is going to take a little bit longer to cook in the Dutch oven than it would upon my stove. And that is just fine. We just need to remember that that's part of what we work into when we're preparing a meal. We know that it will probably take longer in a Dutch oven. So that's one of those things. So we'll be back when it's done. So I just checked the potatoes. They're beautiful and they're done. So this is what they look like. Now Jim, because of course this is an experiment, and so Jim has made a suggestion in addition to the recipe, and I bet almost all of you can guess what it is. So here goes the cheese, and I'm only going to put the cheese on one side because I want to taste it with and without cheese. Is that enough cheese, honey, for the...
Just about. A little bit more.
And
Okay,
then I'm
that
gonna
looks good.
put the lid back on, let that melt, and then we'll dish it up and have a taste test. So we'll see you in a minute.
Oh, we're back together again
Yes,
for dinner.
lunch
Late brunch,
for a side dish.
a side dish. Okay.
This is going to go in the side dish section of the cookbook.
Okay.
So mine has just one little part of cheese over here so I can taste that. Jim's is way cheesy. So let's let's see what we think about this. Needs more salt and pepper.
Yeah. It does taste good.
It's really good. Potatoes are very done. The temperature went down to well below 100, about 180. I mean, well below
About
200. About 180.
Something like that.
And it took them a little bit longer to get done, but everything is done. I wondered what it would be like if the potatoes were more crispy, but this is plenty good. I can taste the bacon throughout, even though I'm not eating a piece of bacon, I can still taste the bacon grease on the potatoes. It gives it a really good flavor.
Yeah, it does.
And how do you like your cheese?
The cheese is nice. It adds a bit of it adds what?
Cheese
Some
flavor?
gusto.
Some gusto. Okay, I'm going to take the bite of cheese with a cheese. It is nice.
It is.
Well, should it go in the cookbook as it is?
Sure, why not?
We could do it plain and then put a variation. You can sprinkle cheese on it.
A variety of cheeses you could possibly put on.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, this is a go. So thanks for being with us on this experiment, and hope you are also going to be enjoying Dutch oven cooking. So we'll see you again very soon with more videos.
Take care.